For me, I think the ideal portfolio for most investors is something that approximates the advice that Jacob Fugger gave, who was the richest man in history on a percent of GDP basis. He was a Dutch merchant in the Middle Ages. He recommended 25% gold, 25% cash, 25% real estate, 25% essentially equities. Productive real estate, timberland or farmland or something, and then rebalance over time. And interestingly, Ray Dalio, who's obviously been very successful, that's essentially a model for his all-weather portfolio, or was. As we sit here today, knowing what I know, I think that's probably for most investors pretty wise, right? Like 25% in some combination of gold and Bitcoin, depending on your age, depending on your volatility tolerance. If you're younger, probably more Bitcoin, less gold. If you're older, a little sliver of Bitcoin and mostly gold. Productive real estate, some sort of rental things in attractive areas. Equities, I think for me, I would rather own industrials and commodity assets at this point of the cycle than I would some of the more frothier tech stuff. That depends on one's personal preference. And then look, with cash still yielding almost 4%, that is both, I think, a volatility buffer and an optionality. If we wake up and gold is cut in half or Bitcoin's cut in half, that gives me the ability to play the long game.